and welcome to yet another episode of Podshots with Bhawna, your high voltage shots of pure wisdom. Well, these days, everybody talks to be going digital, but what does it really mean? Is it just a buzzword? Or what does it really take to transform technology into trust and strategy into impactful action? This is where exactly my today's guest holds deep expertise. So allow me a moment till I bring him up onto the screen for all of us for a very insightful conversation. Okay, guys, I'm so thrilled to have Mr. Shashwat Ghosh joining me today on Podshots with Bhavna. Shashwat is a seasoned marketing leader who has navigated through sales to performance marketing to developing those strategic GTMs for various customers across various industries. Shashwat, I would say, has built his career at the intersection of digital transformation, customer engagement, and of course, high growth attributes. Known for scaling up businesses, Shashwat comes with a rare blend of strategic thinking with hands on executional expertise as well. So, welcome, Shashwat, and thank you so much for joining on my show today.
Thanks, Bhavna. This was a very flowery kind of introduction. Thank you for that,
No,
and
I
pleasure
think
to
it
be
is
here.
well deserving. It's an honor to have seasoned leaders like you to be on the show.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay,
Shoot.
okay. So before shooting, I'll just quickly update you on the format of the show. So since it's a pod short, so it's under 15-minute show. So I would be asking you a couple of questions, 4 to 5 questions, seeking your insights, and followed by a rapid fire towards the end for 1 minute. So we really look forward to have a very insightful conversation. So I'm sure the audience is waiting to hear you. Okay,
Awesome.
so Shashwat, starting with what you have been known for, which is the GTM Alpha. So I would really want to start the conversation asking you that what does this term exactly stand for? Is it something mindset or a model or a secret B2B growth sauce?
Wouldn't say that it's a secret B2B growth sauce, but to be honest, I first heard about it um, an, in a blog of Clay, where they started talking about the fact that now uh, go to market, uh, go to market engineering needs a push, and they borrowed the term alpha from typically a finance environment, where if you need a alpha return, which means an oversized return, then that is something that most uh, investment managers actually look for in any fund. And that is where they borrowed the term. And I really love that concept that right now in go to market activities, whatever you are doing, you are also trying to extract that alpha from it. And that is where I thought, if you have to extract the alpha, then how do you do that? And that is my whole core thesis around GTM alpha.
Oh, that's great. So, a lot of historic background behind it and quite an interesting one. Okay, so since Shashwat, you have been with lot of B2B organizations scaling their businesses made before early startups or the established B2B ventures. What is that suggestion you would want to give to those B2B marketers to about the myths which it's high time that they should drop by now?
A lot of myths, and the main one is, for example, MQLs. Just
Mhm.
forget about MQLs. I mean, the world has moved on. Then the other thing is, I see a lot of marketers who actually just do 5 or 6 fields of personalization and feel that the entire
That
mailer and blog and other things are personalized. With the capabilities of AI, now you can do a lot more. So that's something that one should try and figure out. The third myth I would say is, for example, the buying committee. How do you engage with those buying committee? It is no longer one, two, or four people. It's almost 12 people, and
Absolutely.
many of those have actually taken decision even before engaging with you.
Correct.
Almost 85% have already taken the decision even before engaging with the vendors.
Engagement.
So how
Correct.
do you build on the brand to ensure that you are in the consideration set and not left out from your marketing activities? So essentially, in the last 3 years, B2B marketing has completely changed. And if you are still
Completely.
looking at the old playbook, then you are in for a root shock. And that's
I
something
exactly.
that I
I
would say.
completely echo with what you're saying, and especially with the advent of AI coming in, so it's like too much of advancements, and one really needs to pick up that pace, as you rightly mentioned. And you being ambassador of lot of AI initiatives, those who follow you, I think they know the kind of initiatives you are already involved and you always advocate. So it makes a lot of sense in going with the time. So in continuation to, as you rightly said, that last couple of years have really seen lot of evolution in B2B marketing, especially last one decade has seen some uh, drastic evolution in terms of the buying behavior also in B2B. So according to you, what is that suggestion, which the B2B companies should reframe in their GTMs in order to move with the pace of the time?
So, as I said, AI is very important. Uh, right now, the deep research capabilities of the AI is really good. So when you are preparing the account plan, if you can actually involve any of the AI tools, do the deep research, and then engage. It's not like you are kind of talking to a random Shashwat Ghosh or Bhawna. It's like you exactly
Yes.
know what does Shashwat like or what does Bhawna like, and kind of address it. So in this regard, I have actually made one agent in agent.ai, which is part of the HubSpot. In
Mhm.
that, I have actually included your personality, the disk personality, and things like the last 10 posts that you have made. And using that, the tone and tenor of the communication is decided. So that's an interesting agent. It's free of cost, and any of you, your listeners, if they are interested, happy to send the link.
Oh,
So that
absolutely.
kind of things are actually happening, and you need to kind of be at the forefront of it because marketing adoption of AI is close to 56%. If you
Correct.
are not using it, then you are kind of left out. And
Uh,
especially in the last 3 years, it has kind of taken a huge leap. The extent that if I look back about 15 years, the last 3 or 4 years, the kind of transformation that has happened covers the last 15 years.
correct.
That is the speed of transformation that is happening. And people don't realize it because many of them are outside of the AI. It's happening so fast, almost daily. New tools are coming, new fundamental stuff is changing. So that's why it's very important to keep in touch with that special
And
part.
very rightly mentioned. And B2B is not the one which is untouched now, because many a times people used to live in the fact or the belief or perception that all these personalized things is only for the B2C. But I think with the changes in the entire B2B environment, the attribution really matters a lot for. And I would be really after this Podshot, I'm definitely going to go and look out for that AI agent. And we will surely like to, share the link also with the audience after the Podshot. So you have actually
Awesome.
already touched to the next question, which I had in my mind related to the speed. As you said that, the speed in which we are living is really fast paced, where we are, actually in a automated mode all the time. So what do you think, how to strike that balance between that automation and the brand equity, for which is, the heart and soul of marketing? How to preserve that?
I think that's a great question. And uh, quite honestly, I don't have a straight answer for that. But this is the most critical piece in this entire AI automation. The way I have solved it is I have created a knowledge graph of
Mhm.
my expertise, right?
Okay.
Um, Whether it is on the demand generation side, whatever I've done, that has been captured as a knowledge hub. Whether it's on the branding side, whatever I have done in the past, I've tried to capture it. So you have to understand that any of the chatbots, any of the AI tools, they need a structured knowledge graph to understand who is Shashwat Ghosh, right? So that is
Mm.
what I have done, and that's also publicly accessible. You can go to my GitHub and you can access that, or you can go to my Apify actors, and it has all the details. So that's a very important thing. So what is happening is, when you would have heard technical terms like RAG, it's nothing but whatever AI is giving as an output, how do you ensure that the tone and manner and authenticity still remains? So this is one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is that I have, for any of these tools, I have actually created my own personality. I have created my own style of thinking, and I've given them a whole lot of knowledge base in terms of whatever I've been writing, whatever I've been posting, whatever presentations that I have made, any of the my whole Google Drive, I've given it to Gemini, and from that, Gemini has actually created uh, a
Tonality.
two-pager or three-pager, which essentially tells me who is Shashwat Ghosh, right? Now, using that, I try and incorporate it in Claude and ChatGPT. And those are not that smart enough to go through the. but,
No, I
but
think
that is
that's
what
that's
I have done.
that's
That's how I maintain the authenticity, because the authenticity of Shashwat Ghosh needs to be preserved. That's what I believe. And when I'm saying Shashwat Ghosh, what I mean is that even if you are a brand manager, you want to preserve the tone of the brand, the manner of the brand, and that's how you can preserve it.
So, in fact, you have partially answered the next question, which I had in my mind was, in the age where we are living in, unfortunately living, in that artificiality and the virality for, seeking the spotlight, maintaining that trust and authenticity for marketing team is something very critical. So you have already touched it, but is there anything else you would want to add as a suggestion to the B2B folks and our colleagues, that how to ensure?
So my one advice: don't chase algorithms, don't chase any of these shiny objects, don't chase anything which you don't understand, right? All of these, once I was very clear how I will use it or where will I use it, that is when just because ChatGPT is there doesn't mean that you have to include it everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's very important piece, and that's how you will maintain the authenticity uh, of whatever activity that you are doing. And that's very important, because that's how the trust factor will come into picture. Unless people trust you, unless people trust your brand, you're not going to buy, right? For example, a CIO, uh, there was a saying in the past that if you buy an IBM, you'll never be kicked out, right? Why? because of the trust of the brand.
Correct.
So that's
Absolutely.
something that you need to preserve.
Sure. Okay, so this brings us to the closure of the code read. So now time for the rapid fire. So are you ready? So it's very quirky, informal questions. So straight from your heart, right?
Really scared, curious to
No.
know how am I doing.
Okay, so let me just start the timer. Okay, Sashwat, so what's the first thing you do when Monday blues hit you?
First thing that I do is I open up Perplexity and go through.
Okay.
So, because I'm perplexed, I
Okay.
open up.
Okay. Okay. So, which is the WhatsApp group you on your mobile which you cannot do without?
Oh, there's a very nice group started by Harinder.
Okay.
It's a book review, and that is something which is very unique, and I really like the stuff because it is fairly informal. Apart from, of course, the college groups and the school
Family
groups,
groups.
this one
Okay.
was very unique. Really loved it.
Okay. Okay. So next is if B2B leadership was a Bollywood movie, which name do you think relates the best or comes in your mind?
I think Gabbar Singh.
Okay. Okay, so Sashwat, between tea, coffee, something stronger for your late night strategy session, what do you pick up?
Always tea.
Always tea?
This is
Okay.
I mean, this is a family program, so I have to choose.
Okay. Okay. Okay, the last one, if you had some magical wand, what would be that corporate jargon word which you would want to vanish forever?
Band, medic, a whole lot of terms. I mean, many of these terms, uh, it is very difficult to understand, useless, and doesn't make much of sense,
I really
quite
like
honestly.
your honesty. So that's it. We are on time. So it was wonderful to have you on my show and very, very insightful, candid conversation. And I'm sure the audience must have really taken a lot of insights from this conversation. And we wish you all the best. And thanks once again to be part of my show. And yeah, and all the very best.
Thank you. This was really fun. I mean, I was very scared about it, but this was really fun. I thoroughly
Okay.
enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shashwat. Have a good day ahead.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, after this insightful conversation with Shashwat, I am sure there were a lot of insights, a lot of takeaways for all of you and all of us, where Shashwat really shared a lot of candid insights, some of his secret insights as well for a successful B2B marketer. So, if this conversation sparked something to rethink in your personal life, in your leadership style, in your B2B marketing, do drop in a comment, do engage with the episode, or even share it with someone whom you think will also get benefited. So, till I take some last sips of my turmeric tea, you go grab shot of your choice. Until we meet next episode, keep learning, keep leading, keep rising. Take very good care of yourself and your loved ones. Signing off for now.